Argentina por Icalma. Why am I so ridiculously happy today? This is the part of the trip that I've been so much looking forward to. We're already in Patagonia. What? This is Cherry, my KTM 390 adventure, and me, Aliona. And in this season we continue our travels around South America. Good morning, Cherry and I are ready to go. We are leaving our very pretty campsite next to Conguillío National Park, and today we are heading to Argentina. Let's ride! It was a very cold night. It was around 5 degrees. Well, luckily it was plus 5 degrees and not minus 5. But yeah, my camping gear has proven worthy. I didn't freeze at all. I slept very well, 8 hours, and today I'm very happy and full of energy. And yeah, I think I know the trick now. So last night I gave my big power bank to the camping owner to charge it overnight. And today, as I was charging all of my devices from the big power bank, I gave the small power bank to the camping owner to charge. So now I basically have everything fully charged. It's amazing. And I think I can just pretty much keep on camping with this little trick. And yeah, there are so many campsites in this area. I think I just passed by like at least 10 camping spots. Yeah, this area is pretty touristy, and no wonder. It is so beautiful. All these mountains and the volcanoes and the forest and the canyons and the rivers and the lagoons. Just look at these gorgeous mountains all around. And the curvy roads. Ooh, off-road. Okay. Quickly switch to off-road mode. Oh yeah, washboard. I missed you so much. Haven't seen you since yesterday. Well, it's kind of paved, but kind of not. I guess there are so many landslides and all of that this road just pretty much gets destroyed every year after the winter. Here we go. Back on pavement for a tiny little bit. I don't think it's gonna last very long. I think it's going to be mostly unpaved from now on. And hell yes it is. Very much unpaved. Now we still have about 20 kilometers to go until the actual border. I'm glad it's sunny and not raining and not snowing. Just happily riding this amazing washboard, and then there is a waterfall next to it. So cool. Despite the washboard, but yeah, really beautiful road. Wonderful washboard. There is a little bit of pavement, like 200 meters of it. Enjoy while you can. For your pleasure only. And then of course it's gonna be another washboard afterwards, but oh well, that's life. Here we go. At times the road is like this. This is amazing. Oh wow, a lot of loose rocks. Shit. This is not too enjoyable, but Cherry is doing it just fine. Oh, oh, bumpy. This is so bumpy. And it's only 7 kilometers until the border. But let's stop for a second and look around. Again, I get a feeling that I'm in the middle of the Avatar movie. Maybe the reason are these exotic trees that I believe to have coexisted with dinosaurs millions of years ago. They are called Araucaria, or monkey puzzle trees. They reach 30 to 40 meters in height and live over 1,000 years. They look pretty surreal. Really cool, right? And yeah, the road got a little bit better. Maybe because it's downhill. Maybe because it's just more maintained in this area. I hope it stays like this, because there was a part where I was suffering quite a bit. A bridge. Ooh, pretty river. Oh, and look at this. These two trees. They look like a gate. So cool. Incredibly beautiful road. With all these fairy tale trees. The lagoon. There is quite a lot of hiking in the area. There are a few waterfalls. Look at this beautiful view. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And sometimes a little bit challenging. Mainly because of the washboard. Imagine that some people just live here all year round. Also when it's completely covered with snow in the winter. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, this is like riding through a fairy tale. Brand new paved road. Whee! Who would have expected that? I kind of thought that I was going to do unpaved washboards all the way to Argentina and maybe more. Well, who knows? Maybe as we turn 300 meters, it will be back to washboard. Argentina por Icalma. So we turn right here. Paved so far. Well, just 400 meters until the border. I'm wondering where the immigration and customs are. Maybe right here. Right here. Wow. This is like the smallest border crossing ever. Let's hope it goes very, very quickly. Hooray! We're out of Chile. It was less than 7 minutes. Amazing. So let's go to Argentina. They told me it's about 15 minutes until the immigrations and customs on the Argentinian side. So let's get going. Woohoo! And somewhere here is the official borderline. This one, Chile on one side and Argentina on the other side. Whee! 12 kilometers until our border control. And the road is paved. Wow! And there are cows. Wow! Why am I so ridiculously happy today? Maybe because I love riding? Like my friends Phil and Mickey, they are basically staying in the national park through which I rode in the last episode. And they're doing all sorts of hiking, you know, they're going to hot springs and exploring and everything. And I could have stayed with them and camped and, you know, did all these cool things. But for some reason, the only thing I'm interested in right now is riding. Riding. This is what makes me happy! Argentina, you are welcome. Well, we are welcome to Argentina, of course. But only after we have done all our border control. procedures. That was a bumpy entrance. And we're officially in Argentina. All the paperwork done. Woo. Muchas gracias, hasta luego. It's incredible how friendly all the border workers are. Everybody's asking me like what I'm doing, where I'm going, but like, you know, not in an official way. It's like, oh, you have to go see that, and this is also a beautiful place, and there you can take some beautiful photos. It's so cool when people are doing their like formal jobs in an informal way, you know. I love it. Makes me happy. I am just a happy person, I guess. I always laugh and talk to all the border controls. I think it also makes their life a little bit more exciting. Imagine just sitting at the border and stamping passports all day long. It's so nice to talk to other humans about something that's not passport related, you know. But yeah, we are officially in Argentina. Maybe we should take a photo right here. Oof, and it's beautiful already. Look at that. Amazing. So there are all these lakes in this region. All these lakes, lagoons, water. I could have even maybe camped somewhere here because it looks very pretty, but I feel like I've only done what? 60 kilometers today, if even? But let's take a photo. Or maybe I should take it from that curve. I'll take one here and then I'll see if I take one more. Well, actually, our goal for today is to get to a town called Aluminé. Something like aluminium, you know. That's how I remember the name of it. And it was recommended to me by Phil. He said there is some beautiful hiking around. Not that I'm planning to do any, but I'm just looking for a nice place with some, I don't know, camping or hostels or hotel or a cabin or some kind of accommodation. And I'm looking for a steak and a glass of wine. Because I'm in Argentina after all. And by the way, it's Christmas today. I know you're probably watching it like September, my guess would be. Maybe August. But yeah, here right now it's Christmas. Today is Christmas Day, 24th of December. So yeah, since I'm celebrating it alone, I might just as well treat myself to some very good dinner. And here is the bridge that the guys from the border control told me to go to for a beautiful photo. And yeah, it is a really beautiful photo. Oh, and quite an adventurous bridge. Oh, this is pretty awesome. I couldn't really focus on the view. I had to look at the at the bridge. Okay, let's turn around and now go take a photo. Wow, so beautiful. Look at this. It looks like a river, not a lake, but I guess it's just because of the wind. So we're back on the main road and heading towards Aluminé. And I just figured out it's only 60 kilometers away. About an hour. Well, we'll get there, get some gasoline, and then we decide whether we actually stay or we continue a little bit more. Because it's still only 4 p.m. Could still maybe do a couple of more hours, but we'll see. But yeah, like I already said in the previous video, distances are getting shorter, but the amount of beauty is just getting through the roof. All the way up, you know? And this is the part of the trip that I've been so much looking forward to. There is even a little beach. And these islands look so cool. Maybe time for another photo. Maybe it will actually take me 3 hours to get to Aluminé with this speed, you know. Wouldn't it be nice to just stay here and walk along this boardwalk? Now, let's keep going. What a gigantic lake! I'm riding and riding and riding around it, and it just keeps going. And it's called Aluminé, exactly like the town we're going to. Or the town is called like the lake, I don't know. And look at this! We're already in Patagonia. What? We made it to Patagonia! And somehow that perfect paved road turned into this. I guess this is like road construction, but it's basically pretty deep gravel at the moment. Oh, 20 kilometers an hour, really? Because I'm really tempted to go at 50 here. Whew, it was just a little bit. Thanks God. Oh wow, and look how beautiful it has become here. Seems like we're heading into a canyon. After a fair amount of washboard, well, whee! I don't know what is a fair amount. Maybe it's an unfair amount? Yeah, anyway, after about 25 kilometers of washboard, we're finally back on a paved road. And only 20 kilometers left until Aluminé. And to be very honest, I'm kind of getting a little bit tired. So, yeah, I think we reach Aluminé and try to find some kind of accommodation and call it a day. Look at this awesome road. Following the river. I just had such a strong flashback. This road kind of reminds me of one of the most beautiful roads in Russia, in Siberia, called Chuski Tract. So this is already Aluminé. And I stopped by a couple of hostels just at the entrance of the town. And they told me that everything is closed for the Christmas. There might be a couple of places open, so I'm going to check those out. So it should be somewhere here. A gray building, they said. Does this look gray? No. This looks gray. Tourist information, no. Very beautiful, but can we have a place to stay, please? Can't see anything. Oh, there is a grey building here. That is most definitely a grey building. That looks fancy though. I'm wondering what the room prices are. Let's ask. Well, yeah, this was a little bit expensive. Just $150 a night, the cheapest option. But he told me about another place that should be more affordable. Let's see. Found my home for tonight and tomorrow as well. So this is like an apartment. Wonderful, because apparently everything is closed today. Well, supermarkets are going to close very soon, but no restaurants. So Alena has to make her own steak. But at least I've got a place to sleep. Ooh. So Cherry is outside, and I've got this apartment. And yeah, I went around the town. I got myself a bottle of wine. And two of these guys with a little bone in them. Let's see how it works out. This is looking very good. Christmas dinner with myself.